What's up, everybody? It's Legal Tender. I'm back in the building. I'm back in the vault. I pulled out some notes to make a new video. I want to thank everybody for the love and support of the channel. Thank you, thank you, thank you. I really do appreciate it. If you're a fan of Newsmatics, if you're a fan of paper currency, stay rocking with me. Stay rocking with the channel. Every Tuesday is Legal Tender Tuesday, and I will be making a new video speaking about something new and different within the realm of Newsmatics or paper currency. If you have any comments, put it down in the comment section. Throughout the video, if you hear that I'm putting out some information that isn't 100% accurate or correct, let me know via the comment section, and I'll go back, do my research, and make sure that moving forward, first off, I'll make sure that I correct that misinformation that I put out, and then make sure that I just got an overall broader and more in-depth knowledge of Newsmatics and paper currency. So, all right, that is that. So let's get into it. So today, what I will be speaking about is something that's on the note that plays a very integral part in the overall scheme of Newsmatics and paper currency. So just like you need two signatures to make that note legal tender, you also need a serial number. So what is a serial number? A serial number is, if I had to describe what a serial number was, I would say it's like a fingerprint. It's a fingerprint for a bill. So through all the people that ever existed on planet Earth, no two people have the exact same fingerprint. So it's kind of like that right there. A serial number is a fingerprint for an individual note. It individualizes that one specific note throughout the entire print run. So no two notes have the same serial number. But spoiler alert, there is. But that's a rarity that has only happened once and will probably never ever happen again. But I'll speak about that more in a minute. So what is a serial number? So looking at my first little visual aid, that's what we got right here. All right, so you'll find a serial number on the right hand side of the note on the obverse side above the treasury seal. And the serial number consists of 2 letters and 8 numbers. So this is a diagram, pretty much the anatomy of a note, and it held true until the redesign of the note, which happened in series year 1996. And this diagram still holds true for a $1 note and a $2 note. And any note that was printed from series year 1928 up until 1995. In 1996, we know they had a redesign of the note, so it's a little different in regards to the layout. So this is a note from series year 1999, and it's still it's the same the same information is still on the note, just placed in different locations. So that's why I said from 1928 until 1995, this right here holds true, but it still holds true for the $1 note and the $2 note. So let's get into it with the serial number. So like I said, it's 2 letters and it's 8 numbers. The first letter is identified by the issuing Federal Reserve Bank, and that would be identified with the Federal Reserve District letter, and that would be the numbers. So it'll start off your serial number. So that first alphabet comes from the Federal Reserve Bank that issued the note, not print the note, because currency is only printed in 2 locations, in Washington, D.C. and Dallas, Fort Worth. So this was the issuing bank. And it is L, and L is for San Francisco. So that is the issuing bank, you have 8 numbers, and then you have a trail letter right here. So if this was an A, so let's say we got L 000000001A. These numbers go all the way up to 96 million. And once they hit 96 million, they reset the 0, and this A just advances to the next letter in alphabetical order. So if it's the A, it'll be a B. And it just repeats the same process. So it'll be 1 0 0 0 0 0 until they go all the way up to 96 million. Once they hit 96 million, then they reset again. That'll be a 0. Then that B go to C, 96 million. Then that C go to D, E, so on and so forth. So that makes up the serial number. The issuing bank that issued the note, 8 numbers, and the alphabet right here that advances once it hits 90, once those numbers hit 96 million. Okay, so each note of the same denomination has its own serial number up through series 1995. All Federal Reserve notes had serial numbers consisting of 2 letters and 8 numbers. Let's see, got a letter at the beginning, a letter at the end, and 8 numbers in the center. And like I said, this holds true for still to this day for the $1 bill and the $2 bill. All right, and like I said earlier, the first number of such a serial number identifies the Federal Reserve Bank which issued the note. They didn't print the note because notes are only printed in 2 locations, in DC or Fort Worth. During the printing process, they identify which Federal Reserve Bank needs X amount of bills, and then in the printing process, they put that right there, and they put that right there on the serial number. This is why the serial number is the last phase of the printing process. They print the back first, then they print the front, everything on the front, and then the third printing is the serial number and the treasury seal. All right, so the first letter of such a serial number identifies the Federal Reserve Bank which issued the note. Since there are 12 Federal Reserve banks, this letter is always between A and L. That'll always be between A and L, right here and right there. The last letter advances through the alphabet when all 8 digits have been printed for a specific Federal Reserve bank within the same series. Like I said, once these numbers hit 96 million, this would just advance to the next alphabet in alphabetical order. At the time of a series change, down here at the bottom, let's see if I can zoom in a little bit. When a series change, I got an episode speaking about what leads to a series change, with it being 2013 A, B, C, so on and so forth. When a signature is changed or there's an overall change to the bill design or the manufacturing or production of that bill. So when the series change, these numbers revert back to 0000001, and that letter reverts back to A, and the process is just repeated. Okay. All right. So the letter O is not used because of its similarity to the digit 0, and the letter Z is not used because it is reserved for test printing. And on some, I thought I had one. I got an episode where I spoke about experimental notes with the R and S, and I thought that would have had a Z on it, but it starts with an S and ends with a C, so it has a block a block of S and C. So I don't have an example to pull out for an experimental note. But like I said, in the letter Z, it's not used because it is reserved for test printings. All right, now we have the new Federal Reserve System image. So this is what we currently have. It is a universal symbol for all 12 Federal Reserve banks, because it's 12 Federal Reserve banks / Federal Reserve districts, but they just fall under one umbrella now, which is the Federal Reserve System. This is what it used to be. Each Federal Reserve district was identified by a alphanumeric combination. E is the fifth alphabet, and that is why it's E5. And the Federal Reserve issuing bank or district is Richmond, Virginia. But with the new redesign, and I got an episode speaking about the changes of currency throughout the years. This is what we now have. Let's say this is series 1999, and this is series 1995. Hot dang, look at that. You're cooking with grease. Okay, so that is that. All right, so speaking about the Federal Reserve System emblem a little bit. So now moving forward. Okay, so on some notes right here, you may find a star, and that star replaces this letter. So on some notes, a star appears in the place of the last letter when an imperfect sheet is detected during the manufacturing process after the serial number has been overprinted. Like I said, that's the last phase before the notes are issued out into circulation. It's detected during the manufacturing process after the serial number has been overprinted. It must be replaced with a new sheet. A star sheet is used to replace the imperfect sheet. Reusing the exact serial number to replace an imperfect note is costly and time consuming. A star note has its own special serial number followed by a star in replace of that suffix letter. I got an episode about star notes. So if you want to know what a star note is, it's a replacement note. Check out my previous episode. And this is what it looks like. All right, so like I said, just about 9 times out of 10, it'll be 2 letters and 8 numbers. But there was a printing error at some point throughout the production of this note. So that note that sheet was identified, destroyed, and replaced with a star. So there is no letter at the end. That star replaced it. Okay. Okay, so moving forward with the new design, Federal Reserve notes beginning with series year 1996 have 2 letters rather than 1 at the beginning of the serial number. So they have 2 letters. Boom. Boom. So they have 2 letters at the beginning of the serial number. On these notes, the first letter corresponds with the series of the note, and the second letter of each serial number now represents the issuing Federal Reserve Bank, and it still ranges between A through L. The last letter still cannot be an O or a Z because, like I said, an O is too close to similarity to the digit 0. And Z is still used for test printings. And so occasionally they are replaced by a star with the same meaning as before. So the M is the overall, make sure I say this right. Okay, the series of the note. So the first letter is the series of the note, and the B, the second letter, is the issuing Federal Reserve Bank. And B is New York. And it is, this $5 denomination is of series M. And it's still got the same series year down here at the bottom. If that was confusing to anybody, or you could explain that a little bit better, hit me up in the comments. Okay, so moving along. Oh, I'll be speaking about different serial numbers in a minute. So the prefix letter on a serial number for denominations $5 and higher indicate that note. Same thing right here. The prefix letter on the serial number for a $5 denomination and higher indicates the note series. It changes whenever the series year or series year suffix letter changes. The prefix letter is added to the serial number on $5 bills and higher, starting with series year 1996. The $1 and $2 bills do not have the 2 digits. They still have the one digit up front and the one at the end. So what it looked like is that so we got BD, a binary serial number combination, and a Y. So I want to say that this went all the way on. And also, I believe that notes go up to 96 million only on $1 bills. Maybe the 1 and the 2. See, this one I like doing speculation and guesswork. If I'm wrong, let me know. Because this says this up to like 99 million. So I'm going to just go with, on a $1 bill, it goes up to 96 million. And then from 5 up to $100 bills, it goes up to 99 million. So this is the series of this denomination. That second letter is the issuing bank, which is D, which is Cleveland. These numbers go all the way up to 99 million. And then this is just a ascending alphabet from A, B, C, all the way up to Y. So they printed a lot of these notes in 1999. So serial numbers can add value to any type of denomination. It kind of depends on, as people call them, fancy serial numbers, or just certain serial numbers or number combinations. And also the condition of the note. I have to say the status, but the condition of the note. So you have some high serial numbers that can fetch a good dollar that's above face value. Some super low serial numbers. If you had that right there, that'd be awesome. So you got high serial numbers, you got low serial numbers, you got another low, super low. That's one. That's the first one issued of 1996. What else we got? Okay, so you got some radars. A radar is what they call them? I cannot think of this word. It's the palindrome, not palindrome. Anyway, a radar is a word that can be read the same. It can be pronounced the same if you read it from left to right or right to left. Like this right here, 4747 7474. So 4747 4747. So no matter which way you read it, it reads the same. How do you pronounce that word? Start with a P. Whatever. All right, so It's gonna come to me in a minute. Watch. You have ladders, ascending ladder that goes 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. A descending ladder that'll go like the complete opposite. 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. A broken ladder would be all 8 digits, but just sporadically placed throughout the number combination. So it'd be like a 5, 6, 3, 2, 1, just all 8 digits, not in order, but within that number combination, or 0 up through 7. You got some binaries. A binary, this is a true binary right here. Binary is a number combination that consists of ones and zeros. That's a true binary. If you got like just 2 digits, that's like 3, 4, 3, 4, 4, 3. That's a binary as well. But from what I'm seeing, like, they really go crazy over the true binaries. Got bookend notes. Got a couple bookends. Repeaters. It's the same digit. Well, some call those solids. Not a repeater, a solid. So it's just one number that makes up the entirety of that serial number. All right, so going back, like I said, with the spoiler alert, there has been an occasion to where there have been multiple bills that have the same serial number. So in 2014, the Washington, D.C. facility printed series year 2013B, and in 2016, the Fort Worth facility printed the same series year 2013B, which means that there are 2 separate $1 bills that have the exact same serial number. So they printed up to, I want to say 13,000 of those notes. No, not 13,000. 13 million. It was 13 million of those notes. So there are 6,650,000 duplicate serial numbers, and they're star notes, just like these notes right here. And these notes on eBay, if you can see, they going for over $9,000. So these 2 notes right here, they both have the exact same serial number, for one, from 2 different locations, 2 in their star notes. That's an amazing find right there. So it's possible. And like I said, this only happened once within the history of the Treasury. And I really don't think that it'll happen again. So if you see these notes are, the duplicates are only found in series year 2013B star notes. So be on the lookout. All right, so that was a pretty informative video, but let's go back to something else. All right, so let's look at this series year 1934. The thing that is different with this right here is the serial number. So it starts off, well, it looks like it ends with A and it starts with the T, but I believe that this is the issuing bank, and that is the alphabet that just transitions up to the next alphabet. We're at 97 million thus far. Once I get to 99 million, I'm pretty sure that this T gonna transition to a U, and it's just gonna keep on going and going and going. Like I said, and that was on series year 1934. The same thing for a 1953 note. We got the alphabet back here in the back, and the advancing letter right here. See, now this is why I'm pretty sure that my theory was proven correct. because we have a series year of 1953 Alpha. 1953 Alpha. And we see that right there. They both start with an A, but like I said, I think that was the advancing letter. And here, there was some issues. So this sheet was replaced with the star note. So you lose that ascending alphabet and it is replaced with a star. So that is why I think what I just thought. But that's what I think. If you agree, put it down in the comments. If you disagree, tell me why. And we got more fives. All right, so this is an uncut sheet of $5 bills. And like I said, series year 2003. And like I said, they changed up the overall printing in 1996 in regards to the serial number, to where now they have two numbers at the beginning. That is the series of this denomination. That G, that second alphabet, is the issuing bank, the Federal Reserve District G, which is Chicago. And it would have been a ascending alphabet back here once they got like 99 million. But it was an issue and they replaced it with a star. So an uncut sheet of $5 bill star notes. A lot of fives. We had some old school Federal Reserve notes from 95, and we got some newer monochrome notes of 99. We got a couple silver certificates. A lot of fives. All about the serial numbers too. All right, so yeah, then we have some size to it. Thanks for being with me. Thanks for rocking with me. And that's all we got for this one. Until next time, keep it legal, keep it tender. Talk to you soon.